Jung was sitting in the car looking outside and admiring the people who were selling their things and making money and were looking at paying their lives with a small amount of money. He was always impressed with these people. He was smiling, but suddenly the driver put the brake and his eye gazed to the travel to the girl in front of the car. The driver opened the window and argued, "Blind, do you want to die?" He was shouting at the girl who was standing in front of the car, but when the driver started shouting, her smile fell and she started apologizing. He looked at her and noticed that she was holding that paper and it was sponsored. Stop shouting. Melvin nodded and told her to come in front of my window. He nodded and asked her. She happily walked towards him and he pulled down the window. He smiled and okay. Melvin looked at him because he was surprised. Janko opened the door and went out while Melvin was still in shock, but he came back to his senses and went behind his boss. He was walking behind her as she was showing him the place. He entered the small restaurant and the people looked at him from head to toe because he was overdressed compared to others. He ignored all the weird stares and sat down on the bench with Melvin. "What do you want to order, sir?" He smiled warmly. "What do you like?" "I like everything which is in the menu." He wildly smiled. "I mean, what is your favorite dish in all of the dishes?" "Well, this is my favorite," she said while pointing at the menu. She nodded. "Then this is my order." She nodded and walked towards the kitchen. Yanko turned and looked at Melvin, who was staring at them. They waited for 10 minutes and she came back with the order. She put the dish in front of them and thank you. She nodded and got busy in another. Melvin started eating while Yanko was staring at her. Melvin was so busy in eating. Suddenly he looked at her. "This is good. You should taste it." Instead of staring, he looked at him. "If she noticed, then go to the prison." He smirked. "Well, nobody can do this, but I don't want to become bad in her eyes, so I will eat." He grabbed the piece and started eating. "It's so tasty." "Yes." They both were eating, but suddenly, "Do you want any other thing?" Chunk was about to speak, but "Yes, please get us another dish." "Well, you have a meeting, but it's not bad to try another." "I'm full," he said while wiping his face and staring at her all the time. He was feeling so good because she was working in front of him. He was not liking that she was running behind her. Another person was after eating. They got up and put the money on the table and went in the meeting. He was looking at the files which were while his mind was on something. "Yanko, where is your mind?" He looked at her. "I was thinking about the girl I saw today. She was so pretty." "Oh, so finally you start liking someone." "Yes, I think so. I'm in love." "It's good for you." Suddenly his another friend and came and they started talking about business. At night, she was standing in front of the owner because today she would get prepared. She would get the money. She was so happy because she thought that she would get more money because her boss put the small amount on her palm and her smiled about, "This is how I need more money." "But why we don't have try to understand." "I feel with tears." "One, you don't have to cry in front of me. Don't forget that I give you this job and you have nothing now. Go." She nodded and took the money. After wearing her coat, she went out while crying. So hard to to survive in this small amount of money. I live alone because I don't have money. I don't know who my parents are. Who are they? I'm from orphanage. My life gets hard day by day. I will try, but I will not stop working hard. 1 week later. Vine was walking and was ready to do her work. It was early in the morning. It was her job to open the restaurant. She stopped in front of the shop and starting unlocking it. Suddenly she felt someone's presence behind and goosebumps went over her body. She didn't want to get robbed. She closed her eyes and grabbed the key tightly. She turned to run, but she got scared after seeing him. "What happened?" "I thought that you were a thief," he jungled. "I came out to eat breakfast." "I heard that this restaurant gave breakfast." "Yes." She unlocked the door and entered. He looked at the restaurant and she started arranging the tables and chairs. "Sit here and tell me what do you want. What do you like?" She stared at him. "Tell me. Don't you have your own choice?" "I have, but I have to taste yours. I mean your favorite food. I always do this." "Okay." She walked in the kitchen and he just happily stared at her. She came back and put the food in front of him and he started eating and she started doing her work. After eating, he got up and walked towards her. She looked at him and gave her a card. "Anita Moore is beautiful and you have such beautiful hands. You should join. You have to just some text to show." She nodded and she walked out. She looked at the card and was amazed to see the name of the company. She knew about this company. She grabbed it, but she didn't know it didn't accept this kind of jobs because. But she smiled and put the card in her bag and started thinking about it. But the customers started coming at night. She was laying on the bed while thinking about the offer, but she wanted to do the job. She was afraid because he was strange. How could he be so polite with her? She was thinking about that. He was not a bad guy, but his intentions were not looking bad. She was so embarrassed. She finally got a job. Many people wanted to get him an advantage of her, but he didn't. She thought that he was a good guy. The next morning, she opened her eyes because of her cell phone. She grabbed it and picked up the call on the Miss Wine. "I'm from Miss Fragrance today." She assured. "Please come on time." "What?" "I didn't say yes." "But why don't you want this job?" His secretary said, I want, but how much is my money? It's around about here. I was about to come out because she would get paid. She was happy and I'm ready, but what is the time of shoot? Your shoot at 10. She looked at the clock and okay, I will come by. He cut the call and she laid on because she was so happy. Miss Fragrance was biggest company. The perfumes were so expensive and beautiful and so much good scent. She got up while carrying her hairband and went in the bathroom immediately to get ready. She spent an hour in the bathroom. She put so many things on her hands to increase their beauty. She came out and was looking beautiful and decent. She had bread and chocolate and then she walked out for the shoot. Her boss was calling her like crazy, but she blocked his number. She was working while everyone was surprised to see her at this time. Joanna, you are late today. Aunt Millie, I left the job and got a new one. She smiled. Thank you. She smiled and ran towards the bus. She entered and the secretary was standing there. He guided her to walk towards the showroom. She said, there, the shoot, but she was thinking about the interview. She looked at the secretary and why don't you take my interview? Both said that he knew that's why for this we need just beautiful hands and well-mannered girl and we all have these qualities. It was not just the biggest company. They launched everything proprietary. One was sitting while giving shoot, but suddenly she entered. She didn't notice him, but he came towards her and she said and looked at him. Do you like this job? It's not as your last job. Yes, it is. He smiled. While looking at the customer and giving them instruction, but they were looking at her. After that, he went out and they again started to work. They were treating her like a boss. She was so nervous, but seeing their baby, she was so relaxed. At night, she entered the room and he looked at her, said, here. He nodded and sat down in front of her. He gave her two papers and tell me which fragrance you like the most. She grabbed the paper and sniffed it. She pointed at the second paper and I like it more. He nodded, okay, you can go. She smiled and got. Thank you, boss. He smiled. Welcome. She smiled and went to. He grabbed the second paper and sniffed it. He put it in front of her and started designing the logo of the new perfume. It was the first time he was designing the logo and putting a new name on it. She was so happy that she didn't believe that she finally got a new job. She was working, but suddenly her boss stopped her. And why don't you come today? He shouted, because I got another job, I will not come here. There, but who gave you a job? Miss Morganza, can you get there? It's about luck. She started working after saying bye and our boss was still shouted, how can she get that job? She entered the house and sat down. She closed her eyes. Today she didn't want to eat anything because she got what she wanted. She was happy that she would get more money. She looked at the apartment and smiled. Now I will paint it after cutting, but she smiled and lay down. She looked at the future. I will buy another and said, and after counting the things which she would buy. The next day, I am Janko was sitting on the chair, was checking design, and his friend ended that you are working. He smiled and looked at him and design. He shouted to his friend. His friend walked towards him and grabbed the design. It is good, but not that. What do you mean? You are saying that I can't design this? I'm saying that you need more practice, but I like this because it's so simple and decent. He smiled and what is the name? It's a secret. I will tell you when this comes out. Okay, he sat down and Janko again started doing his work. 5 months later. She was walking back home. Her working days are going well. She was happy with her job, but suddenly she stopped and looked at the bakery. LED new perfume came out. I don't know about this perfume. She was staring at it, but then this is what written on it. She gasped and tried to calm down. It was her name and a heart. Of course, this is not for me. While saying this, she started walking. Why would he do this for me? Maybe he has another guy with his name. She ignored it and started walking towards her house. The next day. She entered the company and boss wants you in his room, but why maybe he wants to talk to you about something special. Okay, she started walking towards his room. He knocked on the door and she entered. He was sitting was smiling. So do you see the new perfume? Yes, it's beautiful. He smiled. Come here. She walked towards him. This is for you. He gave her a gift. But why are you giving me this? He asked confusedly. Open it. You will like it. She nodded and opened it. Was that perfume? Sniff and you were the first to get this and I will launch it. She knew it and it was the same scent which was the second paper. Dad, do you like it? Yes, she smiled. Thank you so much, sir. Don't call me that. And nothing. Do you have shorts? Today she nodded. So now go. She smiled and walked out. He was staring at her. Everyone in the company was so surprised after seeing her name on the paper in the room was started to rise and told her she is his secret girlfriend. A girl whispered and the other girl hummed. Now I was sitting in her room while looking at the perfume. She was feeling on something different about fly, but dancing in her stomach. She started to like him because of his speeches. He was the most polite, rich person she had ever met. Seeing his behavior towards everyone in the company was over. She liked it so much she started falling in love with him, but didn't know what needs to happen. She smiled and lay down. The next day, she entered the company and everything around her was so looking beautiful. While the company was decorated with beautiful flowers, she was looking at the flowers. Suddenly came out with some businessman. She looked at her and she gave him a smile. He also smiled, but they both passed by each other. She was feeling something in her, but she wanted to see him again. She entered the room and all the co-workers started asking her different things. Work started the whole day. She just tried to see him again, but he was out of the company all day. Now she was walking towards the door and she entered. She looked at him and was about to go, but when she stopped and looked at him, "You have to go with me, okay?" She nodded and good night, she said, and then she walked out and looked at her and smiled. After that, they went together. She was happy that finally she was about to go visit another country. Then she went with so many businessmen and brands holders, some celebrities and some famous people, and clicked so many pictures with them. Now she was sitting in the boat while swimming and in front of them. Yes, and she threw up. Oh no, they brought her to the hospital and she was okay. She just threw up because of the sea. After that, they came back after a few years, for a few days and a month, and after a month, he asked her to be his girlfriend. She was happily expected his proper proposal. They came into the relationship. He was happy with him. He didn't change or anything happened. He told her everything about him, and he also told her his parents died in an accident. She never saw or tried to see her because she was so in love with him. He was so open with her. He never had anything from her. So she told him about her trauma with her. She couldn't sleep or live in the she had told him so many things about her. 1 year later, he proposed to her for marriage and she happily accepted the proposal. Now they were standing in front of each other, was smiling. A girl was sitting there with a blank face. She hated her so much. And he was looking at her because he knew that she liked him so much. Amata doubted that he will marry him. Really said, "Don't say that they love each other, so I don't care about their love. I hate this." She have the sun and tears fell down and used his eyes with him. Wipe your tears immediately. He wiped them. She wiped them. Then, "You are now husband of the dad announced." Everyone and uncle looked at the guests with happiness. Everyone was looking happy, including Didi. Everyone started giving them congratulations. Mama was so happy that she got married to him. And night first after party. He entered the room while holding her, and the whole room was decorated with flowers which she loved the most. He put her down and hugged her tightly, and they both fell down on the bed. They started living together happy as a happy family. After a few months while they were sleeping, but one opened her eyes because she was thirsty. She walked out. She was in her sleep and her vision was not clear. Suddenly someone pushed her and she fell down. She rolled down the stairs and got an injury on her head. She lost her consciousness. She didn't see anyone who pushed her. The next day, she opened her eyes and saw him sitting beside her. He was looking so worried. "Are you okay, my love?" My head hurts. My voice was very raised to him, but he knew what she was saying. The doctor gave him medicine, so don't worry, he will get better. I'm in so much pain. She got an injury on her head. "I know, but he stays terrible. I love you. I want to see you better. Don't cry." He was sitting beside her. She reached her hand towards him. "I will be better. Don't worry." He nodded. "Why now did you fall?" And then she remembered. "Someone pushed me." His eyes vision. "What? I thought that you slept." "No." He got up angry. "I will not let that person leave." She was looking at him while he was in so much anger. He was talking to his secretary and ordered him to find the person who pushed her. At home, she came back after 4 days and the maids were standing in front of her. "Tell me, who pushed you?" "I didn't see the fare." He got worried because he was finding the person. That person really drove the recording, so it was asked for them to catch the person. He had and Melvin find that person as soon as possible. Now he was sitting beside her while holding her, and she was really in so much pain. Now she couldn't go to the company because she couldn't hear loud voices. She was laying while looking at him. She didn't tell him that she was so much in pain because she don't want to see him angry. Don't want to see him sad. 3 months passed and now she was better. She was sitting there waiting for him. He entered and looked at her because she was fully dressed. He was looking so beautiful and he walked towards her. She got up and hugged her and kissed her head. "I arranged this dinner for you." "Really?" "Let's eat." They sat down and happily started eating. He started eating while praising her cooking skills. Now she was fully recovered to go to the company on vacation. After eating dinner, they danced together. They were alone now, but they were happy for each other, with each other. After 2 months, They both were working in the company together but were so worried because they want to get the first position. They also won established first sponsors and their perfumes came in first position. They were so happy and were looking at their success. A waiter came and gave her the glass of juice and she grabbed it. She drank it and happily she put the glass on the table but suddenly she grabbed her stomach. She looked at Janko and she was in so much pain. He was happy but after seeing her he got very what happened man I don't know. She sat down on the floor holding her stomach and started screaming or something was eaten up from inside. Everyone started looking at them. He immediately picked it up and ran outside. While all the people there were worried, including Lady, she was looking at them as her heartbeat was increased. She watched them drive off. Now he was standing here very clearly because the doctor told me someone gave. She was in a severe pain and doctors were trying too hard to relieve her pain. She didn't know what to do in this situation. He wanted to find the person who was doing this. That person might be clever and powerful. He was thinking whom he could find him so easily. He entered the room and saw her question. He walked towards her and clutched her cheek. You are so beautiful. You have deadly beauty. I'm scared of using you, but now I'm your friend. Now I will try everything, he said and was staring at her. She opened her eyes and her first word was, I'm in so much pain. Don't worry, the pain will go. He said while catching her face. Don't leave me alone. Her eyes were half open and she couldn't speak properly. I will always be with you like a sleep. She smiled and closed her eyes. He held her hand tightly. The pain of grief were with them. He was so happy and he just wanted to spend a happy life, but she also wanted to sleep with him forever. But sometimes someone wanted to separate. And he would never let that happen. He tried everything to find a person, but all of he just wanted the person. Everyone in the company knew that he was finding that person. His friends were also with him. Now she was sitting on the bed. 1 month had passed and her condition was okay. The doctor said that she could be never be a mom. That's why hurting her so much. She cried every night because she loved the baby. She was also hurt to hear this, but he never wanted to leave her. I just don't want to eat, she said as she started crying and hugged her. And he hugged her. Don't do this, your tears are hurting me. I want to be a mom. Don't worry, I believe that he will become a mom. She tightly hugged him and just cried in his embrace. 2 months later. Him in her life became a mess. Someone tried too hard to destroy them. Sometimes she thought that if someone kidnapped her or made her away from him, she would die. She didn't want to leave him and wanted to live with him. She became so sensitive. She was always with him and he always took care of her. Now she was still looking outside waiting for him. He was at off because of a business meeting and she wanted him to attend the meeting. She was waiting for him, but suddenly someone put black cloth on her face and started dragging her. She was screaming, but he injected something and she lost her conscious. 2 hours later. She opened her eyes and saw herself in a dark room. There was no light. It was totally black and she was so scared. She got up and please open the door. Please, I am so scared of the dark. Please help me. She started crying like a baby. Janku, please come. She was calling me. Please, someone let me out of here. She, she was so scared, so she started shivering and getting attacked. She was screaming and didn't know where she was sitting. She was feeling that someone was sitting beside her, but there was no one. It was hard for her to breathe, so she lay down while crying. While on the other hand, if that person, he was shouting while his ears were falling, don't worry, Janko, she said, but the Riri was also there. Yenui and Melvin were holding the laptops to find the recordings, but suddenly his cell phone rang and he picked up the call and then that person told him the address because he said he didn't want to. There and there while his whole team was tracking the number. He came and opened the door. When he opened it, he saw her laying in the corner while her tears were falling. He ran to her and picked her up and ran outside towards their house. She was in so much stress and anxiety now. He was giving her medicine. Why is that person doing this? I never hurt anyone. I didn't do anything. Maybe that person holds some personal grudges for me. So he decided to hurt you. His tears started falling. I never want you to hurt because of me. You are going through so much. You will leave me. This is better for you. No, I will never leave you. They will harm you. Please leave me. I don't want to see you in pain. Try to understand. No, I can never do this. I will die in your embrace. He hugged her back and kissed her head. I tried very hard to stop this. I am happy that you are trying to save me. This is enough for me, but I can't live with you. You are my first, only, and last love. They just sat there while hugging each other. After 6 months passed and nothing happened, and again they were so happy. And man started taking medicine too. She wanted to become a mom of his baby. They attended the meetings and shows together. But today happened, and nothing happened. And they were happy that no nobody could separate them. Now she was laying beside him, and she was looking at him with so much love. She kissed him on the cheek and hugged him. She was happy because tomorrow they would go to the biggest party held by the biggest businessman. She was happy that he was going there with her because some people didn't take their wife with them. She was happy with him. The next day, She was standing here while waiting for him and he came back in and I looked at her, he smiled and kissed her forehead. You are the most beautiful lady I have ever seen. And you are the most handsome man I have ever seen. He laughed. No, you are more pretty. I am nothing in front of you. Don't say that. You are very handsome. Suddenly he turned towards me and look, who is more pretty today? You. She smiled and stopped and let's go. He nodded and they both walked out. They entered the party and everyone looked at them. He introduced her to everyone. His friends were also there. They were standing in between the people and suddenly he said, guys, I have something to tell you. They all looked at her, including her, about my wife. Why? And they all smiled, but she is the biggest gold digger I have met. Everyone smiled, fell included. Uncle, what are you saying? Me and a gold digger? Yes, you are a gold digger. And poor his friends were looking at each other. He was looking at mine. And she's useless. Just tell me, how can you fall in love with someone within 1 month? Uncle, what are you saying? Have you lost your mind? But she's fell in love with me in a month. He said, possible because she wanted money. She was sick of her poorness. Her tears started falling in. Janku, please stop. I know you are cutting. He looked at her and smiled. I'm not cutting, baby. You are useless and a cold digger. Accept it. I'm not. Trust me. I marry you because I love you. Lily was feeling bad for her. The rich girl spoke. Who let this gold digger in? Janku, how can you live with her? Because I want to hurt this gold digger. As Janku, shut up. Are you in senses? Yes, I don't love her heartbreak, and her heart started spinning, and she ran out. She came out and grabbed the kid from the driver and started driving while he was stopping her. She was driving at full speed, but all the flashbacks were coming into her mind. She was so hurt and didn't understand anything. She just understood that he didn't love her. She was in so much grief. He came out and his friends followed him. And Janku, do you know what you have done here? How can you say all this to her? She was not a gold digger. Don't tell me what she is. I don't love her. Really? Are you crazy? Riri was sad because she thought that he loved her. No, really, I don't love her. She's just a piece of trash. He's out of of his mind. I know, but we need to tell him. And you all don't have to tell me anything. I know everything. Just leave me alone. After saying this, he walked out. How can he do this to her? I don't know. I thought he loved her. I also, they were feeling bad for her. One was driving like crazy and suddenly a truck came and another car rolled in the air. The truck again quickly hit the car and the car flipped. Her blood was coming when she was taking her last breath. Do you do that? Yes, boss, that truck hit a child twice. Yeah, good. She will also know how she killed my parents. You did. His secretary cut the collar and stood in front of the glass window party. That rich girl came and stood beside him. When she was worrying as she was left alone, Brad was sleeping as she couldn't do anything. She didn't know why all this happened to her. I love you so much and then black out. It was him who pushed her down the stairs. It was him who gave her poison that day. And it was him who kidnapped her and left her in the dark. And he did this just to hurt her.